Hi, everybody. It's Carly Spina, and I wanted to welcome everybody to Wind Down Wednesday. Today is February 5th, 2025. And this evening, like our time together is going to look a little different because I'm feeling very different. And I wanted time to breathe and connect and share. And so I am currently working on a resource document for myself that I thought might help our community. And so I'm going to share it with you. And if it doesn't fit your vibe or your style, that's absolutely fine. But I do want to share some tools and strategies that have been working, well, maybe not working, but have been helping me cope with just a lot of different things. I have been much more honest and open about my seasonal affective disorder and how it impacts me and my work and my life and just like my overall mental health and wellness. And I also acknowledge that the current political climate, especially as it comes to the students, families, and communities that we serve and support, everything has just felt much heavier. And it is important for me to remember to, ugh, I don't want to like get emotional on here, but I'm going to keep it real and just, I know I've talked with a lot of you. We're all struggling and things have just been hard. So I'm with you. It's just hard. It's been hard to, you know, stay focused on our work. And while I know that we're all absolutely dedicated and committed to the students and families and communities that we serve and support, I never question our level of commitment and dedication because as I talk to all of you, I know that you are doing a lot and you're taking on a lot. And I think a lot of us have been struggling with a balance between like staying informed and also like not being so crushed by the weight of overwhelm and anxiety and fear and the unknown. So I'm with you in that. And I am absolutely like in that journey of like trying to find different tools and I'm calling this coping tools. Like it's just a Google Doc. It says coping tools on it. I don't know if that's even the right word. It's almost like survival tools just to like reclaim some time where I take care of myself. And that goes like, am I eating enough? Am I eating healthy foods that are going to keep me sustained and energized? Am I getting enough sleep? I have like weird issues with my hips and my tailbone. So, and like arthritis-y type of things happening. And so I think, like my mental health has absolutely impacted like just the amount of like inflammation in my joints and the weather doesn't help that either. I don't know. I'm rambling. Now I'm rambling. I have like a pinched nerve in my shoulder and my neck. So that's causing all kinds of grief for me. I fell today outside with my dog. I don't have a concussion this time, luckily, but and I don't think anything's broken. But it's a hard fall. He's a Great Dane, and he collided with me running full speed, so took me out pretty good. So, yeah. Now again, I'm rambling. I don't mean to ramble. I do want this time to be like well spent. Okay, so we're gonna hop in to some of these things that I wanted to share with you. This is a document. So this is a bit.ly link. You can open it right now. You can like send it to yourself later on, but it's bit.ly/Carly's Coping IRC. This is something that I want to continue to add to as I collect and try and explore different things that might help me navigate everything right now. So the first, like this, the document is kind of laid out into a few sections. There's art therapy, there's relaxing sounds, and there's relaxing videos. Later on, I'm going to go in and add funny accounts and cute accounts, because that is also like research based. Like if you can dedicate time to laugh every day, like intentionally laugh, like carve out time to laugh and giggle, like that's good for you. Or like looking at cute animal pictures, that's like actually good for you. There's like science behind that. It's good for you. So I'm going to link some of those later on. But I do want to share with you a few of these art therapies that I have found and I've started to implement as I go into like different schools and districts. I've started to try to incorporate opportunities, just like a few minutes here and there for some of these pieces. So let's first talk about bilateral drawing. So to do this, I'm going to click on the first link, and it's just a quick YouTube video, but we're going to watch it.
What if the key to calming your mind was in the palm of your hands? My name's Ashley and I'm a professional art therapist. Let's chat about bilateral drawing. When we draw with both of our hands at the same time, we engage more parts of our brain. The mirrored rhythmic movement can soothe our emotions, reduce anxiety, and if a simple gesture like this can help us find calm, imagine all the other things art can support you with. What if the...
Okay. So I'm going to pause that video and I'm going to move us back over to that resource document, and let me adjust my screen a little bit. So that bilateral drawing, this is something that's newer to me. I haven't like been exploring it for that long, just like 6-ish weeks or so. But I linked a few different videos of creators who do this and share like their work. And so I want us to actually do this. So if you could grab a piece of paper, like maybe not a Post-it because that's too small, but grab a piece of paper and grab 2 different colors. Like if you have your Flair pens nearby or your Mr. Sketch or a box of crayons or something like that, that would be great. I think all I have, I don't even have a pink pen, believe it or not, but I have just an orange Flair pen or like an off-brand Flair pen and a green one. And so again, the key is you're using both colors, both hands at the same time, and you're doing mirrored drawings. So the first like few weeks of me doing this, I just stuck to circles, like small circles, larger circles. I would make little spirals moving up and down the page. I would switch direction. And then later on, I would do like squiggles. And then I could even do like shapes like hearts or squares. As I've done this in schools and districts, I've even had people do like writing, like they'll write their name. But I will tell you, the first few times you do this, it's going to feel very, very awkward because you're not used to creating or utilizing your non-dominant hand in this way. So it will feel very awkward. So I encourage you to grab 2 different colors and a piece of paper. And you're just going to start doodling. I've explored with this doing like a few different things, like different times of day, what I listen to as I do this. And the purpose, of course, is not to like not to create something beautiful and like perfect. The purpose is in the process. It's like that therapy of movement. And then at the end, you might have something that looks like this. I don't know if you can see mine or not. The lighting is a little weird. There we go. So in this example, mine didn't cross, but if I were to keep going and dedicate, you know, a full 5 minutes to this, eventually as I go through the time, I'll eventually, you know, fill up the entire page with different things, and they might cross into each other. Then I could also like flip the colors and then do like continuation in a different color. So now I have both colors on both sides. Um, so again, there's like a lot of good inspo here for you. I've also played with different like mediums, like Flair pens, Mr. Sketches, crayons, because those are like probably my go-to tools. Just like for workshops in general. But I also, do you guys remember these, or maybe you use them with your students, the crepe? I don't even know how to say it. Crepas? Is that how you say it? It's like the pastels. Um, like the little oil pastel. Um, they look like crayons, but they're very, very smooth. And so I think for me, I have like leaned into using these a little bit more just for like, I guess the sensory piece of it for me. Um, Obviously my pink one is like down to a nub at this point. But bilateral drawing is something that, again, any one of these things, these are things that you might do for yourself for a few minutes a day, or you might do these things with your students. Okay, so that is bilateral drawing. The next one is guided sketches. And I'm going to pull up the Instagram. This is Doodle with Rachel, I believe. Is that who it is? Yeah, Doodle with Rachel. So again, I found her on Instagram, but this is really cool. She has all of these different doodles that she turns, like she'll show you how she doodles along the way. She'll even like include what tools she's using. I don't go that hard. I just use the tools that I have at home. But I'm going to play this and I want you to watch how she takes scribbles and then turns it into something really cool. So let's watch. Isn't that amazing? So I love this because like this is something I can do. Like, and I am not somebody who leans naturally into like art expression. So but this still feels very like doable for me, and like approachable for me. So I appreciate this account. I know there's a lot of other ones like it. And again, it's not something that you know, have to like take and do step by step, just like this creator did, but you can take it and make it your own. This was actually really cool. So I did this in a workshop recently in the last few weeks, and I showed the video like twice or maybe three times because the music is also very soothing. And you could have heard a pin drop. Like everyone was so focused. And again, the scribbles were all different sizes, all different colors. Some people chose to do like a different variation of it, but just having that like dedicated time to create and like do the little designs and stuff, like it was very therapeutic for a lot of us who were doing it. So those are guided sketches. Another one, this is one that I share an awful lot. And this is like just those Canva coloring page templates. So if you go to that link, it'll take you to a bunch of these. These are ones that I will often bring to different school districts and conference sessions and stuff. And I encourage adults to color as they listen. So this might be something that you take and like edit and change out the words on it, so that it has like different affirmations for students or families or whoever, or again, just for you. Like what is a mantra or an affirmation that you and your heart might need right now? And then the last link that I have for you is a creator. Her name is Erica Pang. And she has, I'm gonna just pause that because it's an ad. Okay. She has an entire like YouTube channel dedicated to different art therapies. And the one that I had linked was one for setting boundaries. And typically, like, I think sometimes my brain goes to like when I say boundaries, like work boundaries, like I shouldn't be working, you know, 80 hours every single week. I should probably try to scale back a little bit or like use my time more efficiently or whatever, right? Um, but when I also like now, when I hear the word boundary, I'm also thinking of like just the mental capacity, like boundaries for myself around like how much social media or news am I consuming before it becomes detrimental to my mental health. That doesn't mean to say I'm tuning everything out, but it does mean that I have to set a boundary for how much time I am giving to consuming that content. So I might set a timer for myself that says, like, I'm going to consume content for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to use the rest of that time to either take some type of action. Maybe it's calling certain phone numbers and sharing certain thoughts and ideas, or maybe it's taking other types of actions, or it's investing time back into myself so that I stay energized and have enough energy and capacity to advocate in different ways. Okay. So if you go to that channel, Erica Pang Art, that is listed, if you click on playlists, she has like a whole lot of different like playlists for us. And one that's really great is the step-by-step art therapy activities for different purposes. So here's one again, like for setting boundaries, for transitions, for self-acceptance, for letting go, all kinds of different ones. And I haven't even begun to like scratch the surface of all of these, but this is definitely a resource that I want to continue exploring because there's a lot there. And again, as we think about like art therapies for specific purposes, that could be a great resource. Down here in the next section, I have relaxing sounds. So these might be things that I play as I work or as I'm like in the car on the way to a school, or like, you know, picking up my daughter from practice or whatever it might be. So these are all linked on like YouTube videos and stuff. But again, I could just play them on my phone and have them in my what do you call them? AirPods, earbuds, whatever they're called. You know what I'm talking about, like little headphone things. So there's like beach, waves, and ocean. I am very, very drawn to like water. Very, very drawn to water. I find a lot of healing in being around water. That could be a river, that could be a creek, that could be the ocean, that could be a lake, literally anything. So listening to this, let's just play it for a minute. So that was 36 seconds of us playing that. That already did a lot of good for me. So again, for most of these, it's just the sound. This one also had the video of the waves, which is very beautiful. I'm going to close that one and come back over here. The sound of rain, I know, is also very soothing for folks. So there's a video for that. And I want to say that channel has like live like streams of rain all over the world, I think. So you can check that one out. And then all of the different frequencies of like green noise, white noise, brown noise. I know there's also a pink noise, and they're like the frequencies do different things. So some are meant to energize, some are meant to relax, some are meant to like help you sleep. So you can play around with those, but those are a few different ones. And again, these ones would not necessarily need like a screen. You would just need the sound. And then the last section is relaxing videos to like give yourself something to look at and also hear the sounds. So Manatee live cams, I love manatees. I find these videos to be very relaxing. Probably my favorite one is the Blue Spring underwater cam. This one, this is a live stream. So again, you never know what you're going to see. I love, love, love this for my own heart because I love manatees. And we don't have them here in Illinois. They're just in Florida and other parts of the world. But sometimes you'll see like a huge cluster of them. Sometimes you'll see like fish go by. Sometimes you'll just see like, you know, the little floating particles in the water and you won't see a manatee. There goes a fish. So this is a cool thing to play with students as well. I love live animal cams because animals are so unpredictable and it's a cool way to build interest or, you know, you never know if this might inspire one of our students to like, you know, explore conservation efforts of, you know, different species on our planet or explore protections for endangered species or whatever it might be. So those are very cool. So that is all linked and that's from Save the Manatee Club because I love Save the Manatee Club and I've been a member for a really long time. I used to like send in things and adopt manatees like through snail mail when I was younger. So that hasn't left me. There's also a YouTube channel that has like cozy fireplace, so like the crackling of a fireplace. That is always very nice. And then there's also this one that has classical music with different ocean scenes. So it just kind of skips around.
Wayfair presents wall art.
And there's our ad. I don't need to play that, but it has like different ocean scenes of animals. So there's like turtles and jellyfish and things like that. So underwater creatures. So that's a fun one to have. And like I said, I'm also going to link different funny accounts and cute accounts. And I'm gonna try to look at different social media platforms because I know not everybody is on Instagram. So I'll look for some that might be Facebook or Blue Sky or Twitter or whatever. So this is just my beginning collection of things to help me. So kind of a different direction tonight, but if you have different thoughts and ideas and tools that have helped you, you are invited to email me. I'll add my email address there on the screen. If you would like to add to this listing, we could all just continue to share those resources that we either use for ourselves as human beings or that we use alongside students or that we do with families and we bring folks in and or we have our next BPAC meeting and we just devote time and space to creating or processing or whatever we might need to do. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I wish you a lot of wellness. And I hope that I hope you continue to take care of yourself and take care of each other, take care of your colleagues. We pour a lot into those we serve every single day. I know you're already doing a lot to take care of your students and also support your families. I know you're doing that. I know it. But I need you to also take care of you and take care of each other. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll talk to you guys soon.